Sandhan. All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.
Good afternoon. My name is Milan K. Kansagra, working in HNHB Kotak Institute of Science, Rajkot, Saurashtra University. Here with me Dr. Gaurang Ghodasra is my colleague. He is also working in HNHB Kotak Institute of Science. Today we will talk about the graph theory, especially trees. First of all, I will start some basic definitions of graph, then trees, then we will discuss some properties of trees, then I will hand over the next portion to Dr. Gaurang Ghodasra. So let us start with some basic definition of graph and trees. So first of all, the definition of graph. So graph G consists of vertices and edges, where V denote the set of vertices and E denote the set of edges. So this pair V comma E, generally we denote graph by G is equal to V comma E, and it denotes the graph. Now this is one example of graph. This is one example of graph. Here V, the set of vertices. Here there are 5 vertices, V1, V2 up to V5, and E be the set of edges. And here we have 10 edges. And this is a simple example of a graph. Now we define this connected graph. Now what is connected graph? So a graph is connected if there is at least one path between every pair of vertices of the graph. Means that if we choose any 2 vertices, then we have at least one path from one vertex to the another vertex. Then the graph is said to be connected, and this should be happen for each pair of vertices. And the graph is not connected is known as disconnected graph. Now the next definition is a cyclic graph. So a graph is said to be cyclic if it does not contain any circuit or cycle, is known as a cyclic graph. Means there is no loop in the graph. So such graph are known as a cyclic graph. Then next definition is tree. So tree is defined as a cyclic graph which is connected. So a connected cyclic graph is known as tree. And then forest. Forest is nothing but a disconnected cyclic graph, is known as forest. So graph should be a cyclic, means in the graph there is no loop and it is disconnected, then it is known as a cyclic graph. A forest. Now let us see one example of tree and forest. So this is one example of tree. So here we can say, here we have if we choose any 2 vertices, then we have one path from one vertex to another vertex, and it is connected. And this is the definition of tree. A cyclic graph is called a tree. So it is connected and there is no cycle, so it is a cyclic graph. So this is an example of a tree. Now this is an example of a forest. Here we see the 2 components of the graph, and both the component are tree, and it is in fact a connected graph. But here we observe that the vertex U and vertex V, so there is no path between U and V. So this graph means a union of these 2 components. So this whole graph is disconnected because there is no path between U and V. So it is an example of forest. So forest is what? Forest is disconnected a cyclic graph. So here both the graph are connected, both the graph are connected, but there is no path between U and V. So from this three definition, we have this some remarks or observations. So first observation, here obviously tree does not contain any self loop or parallel edges, hence tree is a simple graph. We know that simple graph is a graph which does not contain any parallel edges or loop. So in tree we have no parallel edges. Now next observation is a connected graph has at least n minus 1 edges. This is one our observation. So is it true for all trees? So in next results we will prove this result. A connected graph has at least one n minus 1 edges. Now third observation, in any tree with two or more vertices there are at least two pendant vertices. Pendant vertices means the vertices from which there is no edges. They are like pendulum. And the non-pendant vertices in tree are called internal vertices. So from each internal vertices we have at least one edge. So these three are our observations. So these three we can now ask the question, are these three observations are true for all the graphs? So let us check. So now this is theorem 1. A graph T is a tree if and only if there is a unique path between every pair of vertices of G. It means that if we take a tree, then between any two vertices we have unique path, and obviously we get unique path because the tree is connected. But the now question is that here it is connected, so we get a path. Whether it is unique, then this theorem says that it must be unique. And if we have unique path between any two vertices, then it must be the tree. So this is the meaning of this result, but we have to prove it. So let us see its proof. So first we assume that the graph T is tree. So it means it is connected. So since T is connected, there must be at least one path between every pair of vertices. So here we assume that T is tree. So T is connected. So once it is connected, we have at least one path between any two pair of vertices. So now we want to prove that this path is unique. So let us assume contradictory. Now assume if possible that there are two different paths. Let us say first path is P1. P1 is V1, E1, V2, E2 and so on, Vk minus 1, Ek minus 1, Vk. And another path P2 is V1, Em, Vi and so on up to Vk. So we have P1 and P2 are two paths which joins V1 and Vk. But if we take its union P1 and P2, then we get a circuit, means it is a closed. So let us say P1 start with V1 and end with Vk. P2 start with V1 and end with Vk. So if we take its union, then it will start with V1 and end with V1. So we have a circuit or a loop. But that is not allowed in the tree by the definition of tree. So this is a contradiction. We assume that the graph T is a tree, and here we get a loop. So that is contradiction. Why we get contradiction? Because we have assumed that we have two different paths. So actually that should be one. So we have only one path between any two vertices of the graph. So hence there must be unique path between every pair of vertices of tree. Now conversely, let us assume that there is unique path between every pair of vertices of graph T. So what we have to show that? We have to show that T is connected and there is no loop. So since there is a path between every pair of vertices, graph T must be connected, because we have only one unique path between every two vertices, so it becomes connected. Now it remains to show that T does not contain any circuit. So now let us assume that T contains a circuit, and let C is the circuit, and let C consists with V1, E1, V2 and so on up to V1 be circuit in T. So now let us break this circuit. So but there are two paths, P1 and P2. So P1 is V1 to Vk and P2 is V1 up to Vk plus 1 Ek Vk. So between V1 and Vk, which contradicts the hypothesis, because our assumption is what? Our assumption is there is only one path, and here we get two paths. So this is contradiction. So therefore T does not contain any circuit. So hence T is connected a cyclic graph, and so T is a tree. So this result is proved. Now the second result, next theorem is what? A tree with n vertices has n minus 1 edges. We have seen one observation, second observation, that T has n minus 1 edges. But here we give the precise statement, and the precise statement is this: if we have tree with n vertices, then it has n minus 1 edges. So we prove this result by mathematical induction. First of all, we observe for n equal to 1, 2, 3. Then we prove for some intermediate value, means for some n, fewer value of n, or then we prove it for more than n. So to prove this result, we will use principle of mathematical induction on number of vertices of a tree. So let T be a tree with n vertices. So if we take the value of n is 1, then only we have one vertex. So there is no issue of edge. Now let us take n equal to 2. So if we have n equal to 2, and if we join that two vertex, then we get only one edges. So here n equal to 2 and number of edges is 1. So that is 2 minus 1, that is n minus 1. For n equal to 3, if we join one point with one vertex with another two vertex, then we get two edges. And if we try to join third one, then it becomes a cycle. So it not remains a tree. So we have at least two edges. And here n equal to 3. So 2 is nothing but 3 minus 3 minus 1. So for n equal to 1, 2, 3, the statement verify easily. So now assume that the theorem holds for any tree with fewer than n vertices. So here we assume the statement is true for any vertices, where any tree having number of vertices is less than n. So here we have n is fixed. Once n is fixed, then we can talk about the number of vertices fewer than n. Now let us take T be the tree with n vertices. Means we assume for fewer than n. Now we consider a tree with n vertices. And let Ek be the edge between two vertices Vi and Vj of T. Now since T is a tree, there is unique path between Vi and Vj. T is a tree, so we have unique path between Vi and Vj. We have already discussed the previous result. So according to that we get unique path. So this path must contain Ek in between. So Ek must be contained in the path between Vi and Vj. So break this path from this Ek. So remove this Ek from this T, then we get a new graph. Then T minus Ek is a new graph. But this graph now it is a disconnected. So from T, after removing Ek, we have a two component of the graph. Since T is a tree, so let us say that two component are T1 and T2. Since T is a tree, T1 and T2 must be tree. And obviously in T1 and T2 the number of vertices are fewer than n, because T is a tree having n vertices. So these are sub portion of T. So definitely number of vertices in T1 and T2, if they are n1 and n2, then n1 is less than n and n2 is also less than n. So let n1 and n2 denote the number of vertices in T1 and T2 respectively. Then n1 is strictly less than n and n2 is strictly less than n. And obviously its sum is n. Now n1 is less than n, so we can apply our assumption on T1. Similarly n2 is also less than n, so we can apply our assumption on T2 also. So now T1 and T2 are trees with fewer than n vertices. So then by assumption T1 and T2 has n1 minus 1 and n2 minus 1 edges respectively, because by our assumption n1 is fewer than n and n2 is also fewer than n. So the total number of edges in T is what? So total number of edges in T1 plus total number of edges in T2 plus one edges which we have removed, namely EK. So its total is what? N1 minus 1 plus N2 minus 1, that is N1 plus N2 minus 2. But N1 plus N2 is N. But we have one more edges which we have removed, that is not calculated in N1 minus 1 or N2 minus 1. So it is what? N minus 2 plus 1, that is N minus 1. So hence total number of edges in T is N minus 1. So this theorem is proved. So let us recall our statement. A tree with n vertices has n minus 1 edges. Now next theorem is a connected graph with n vertices and n minus 1 edges is a tree. So if you have given a graph which is connected having n vertices and n minus 1 edges, then it must be tree. So let us see its proof. So let G be a connected graph with n vertices and n minus 1 edges. So let V1, V2 up to Vn be n vertices of G. Now to prove G is a tree, we need to show that G does not contain any circuit, because it is connected, so we have a path. So it remains to show that G does not contain any circuit. So let us assume that it contains a circuit, and let us denote that circuit by C. V1 E1, V2 E2 and so on up to EM V1. So since it is a circuit, it starts with V1 and ending it at also V1. So here C be the circuit in G, then there are two paths between every pair of vertices in the circuit C. Why choose any two vertices